guys, it's Miss Andrea, and today we are going to make an April shower rain stick. So I got this idea from Woo Jr. on Pinterest. So what you're going to get home is tissue paper, 2 rubber bands, rice, a paper towel roll, wax paper, and aluminum foil. And then the only thing you really need to provide is, if you have a dowel or a craft stick, you can use that. We need it for the aluminum foil. I'm going to use 2 pencils because I don't have a dowel. And then either Mod Podge, or if you have just regular Elmer's glue and you add a little bit of water to it, we're going to decoupage the tissue paper onto the paper towel roll to make it pretty. Alright, so you could start with the aluminum foil. I'm going to move some of this out of the way so it's a little less busy. Alright, there we go. There you go, so you can focus on one thing at a time. So again, I don't have a craft stick. So just line up 2 pencils. To roll, you want to roll the aluminum foil into like a cylinder shape, right? There you go. And the point of the aluminum foil is this is how you're going to make your rain, because you're going to put your rice in the paper towel tube, but it needs something to bang against, and this is what it's going to bang against. You roll it up like that. So it's very important you put it in, right? It doesn't have to be perfect. You can do this without the pencils. It just makes it easier to guide. So don't lose these because you're going to need it again. And then I would just squish it. And you're never going to see these, so it doesn't matter what the aluminum foil looks like, because this is going on in the inside. It's the inner workings of your arts and crafts. So then you're going to wrap it around like this. And you're making almost like a spring, like a spiral, right? There you go. There's that. And that. And if you run out of pencil, move it down. So there's that. And that. See? This shows you we don't need fancy to get it done right. Alright. So then, what I did next was, it's actually pre-cut already, but I cut up my squares from these. I mean, you could do it. What I did was, I folded them a little nicer than that. The struggle is real, my friends. Alright, there we go. Now they're lined up. Folded them. And folded them. And then cut them, you know, accordingly. If you want to be a little more precise, you can do it however you want to do it. That's just a suggestion to do it. If you want to do it a little faster and get to the actual decorating part. So like I said, mine I already cut up. So that's mine. So let's get making the actual rain stick part. So remember, like I said, this part's very important, so don't forget to put it in or you're not going to hear the rain. So first step, so you don't get rice everywhere, is you're going to put the wax paper on here. Now what the person said online was she tried cutting circles and making it like perfect, and it didn't really work. She said it works better if you do it like this, and then if you want to cut the excess off, you can. And also, whatever you have left on here, you can glue the tissue paper to here. That's okay. Right? But you don't have to. So there's that. Get a little bit off, not all of it. bigger pieces. I thought this would be perfect for April though. Alright, there's that. Put that, and don't forget to clean up when you're done, right? You want to make sure you throw that away when you're done. Do that. And then, okay, it's in there. And then we're going to put our rice in. So again, I use this tray. It helps with something like this. You could use a paper plate. Just because it might go, you know, around. It is rice. So always clean up after yourselves, right? There we go. Your mine's getting a little bit everywhere, even with the tray. If you have a funnel, you could use that. Oh, you can already hear the rain. Or you could probably configure the bag into its own little funnel, but just in case. Let's see, can we do that? Should we try it? Oh. There we go. So that did work. If it wasn't on camera, all I did was I kind of held my finger where the rice, the top of the rice was, to kind of deflect it back into the bag if it started going everywhere. It still got a little places, but that's okay. So once you're done with that, don't knock this over because it'll all come out, right? And you'll have to do it all over again. Just get your other wax paper as soon as you can. And your other rubber band. And put that on, and now it's nice and safe, right? Inside. And again, I'm going to cut off the excess like I did right on the other side. Now, again, yeah, you're not going to see this part. It should make it a little cleaner lines once you start gluing stuff. So if you don't have Mod Podge, again, that's okay. Take a little Elmer's glue, add some water to it, and you have like your own Mod Podge going on. So now that you have your glue all set, either your Mod Podge or your watered down Elmer's glue, just take a brush. So right now, well, I should say, as I'm filming this, I'm rereading the Shadow and Bone series because the next book comes out on the 30th called Rule of Wolves. And then there's a Netflix show called Shadow and Bone that's coming out April 23rd. So I'm super looking forward to that. It's so much fun to see like these worlds that you've seen in your head for years come to life. Alright? Alright, so I went ahead and I glued all my pieces on. It took a little while, so if it takes you some time, that's alright. And I think it's pretty, and look, you can hear it. Right? Rain stick. So there you go. And then, you know, wait for it to dry. Mine still needs to dry a bit. And I actually would recommend almost not decoupaging it, just putting the tissue paper on the glue, because since it's so light, the tissue paper, the when you go over it with the Mod Podge, it kind of icks it up a bit. So if you just put the layer on the paper towel and then put the tissue paper on, there you go. And I'll see you guys next time.